Alright, so haven't done one of these in a while. This is a Q&A. I don't even know the last time I did this. That's how long it's been. I'm guessing 4 years or something like that. So, yeah. I asked for questions on Twitter. I said reply to a tweet, and you guys replied. And here I am now replying to your replies. It's just going to be a nice chill commentary. In the background, what you're seeing right now is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Appreciate you, Activision, for sponsoring this video, of course. Been playing the game quite a bit myself, played a lot in the beta and whatnot. I thought it was the perfect gameplay aesthetic to have in the background, keep your eyes interested while your ears are also in tune as well. If you want to get the game, of course you can get it PS4, Xbox, PC, wherever you want. It's crossplay now, which is really great. And to give an official review, I really love the game. Have a ton of fun with my friends on it, been streaming it, and you'll see more of that. So yeah, let's just get into the questions, and that's about it. This is gonna be totally like uncut. It's just gonna be straight. You're gonna hear arms, you're gonna see pauses and stuff like that, but it's okay, it's fine. So we got, I don't know what to read. Should I read the top names or the ats or whatever? But I'm just gonna, basically I'm just going down. Like, I got like thousands of questions. I'm not gonna answer them all, as this would be a stupidly long video. Or maybe I will answer them all, and it will be a stupidly long video. Who actually knows, right? Life is wild like that. Just making it up as we go along, huh? But yeah, anyways, so we got mom at Keely something. Are you planning on getting more puppies? Puppies, I assume you mean by puppies. I got two, Joe and Tony. They're great dogs. I love them very much. They calmed down a lot over the course of several years, and now they're really nice to mind, and I don't want more hassle. Having a puppy is like, it's awkward. Like if you're like kind of, I don't know, like to keep things simple like me kind of guy. So that's going to be a nope. There's a big nope. Bob C with the question here, kind of generic, but what's the best part in your opinion about being a YouTuber? By the way, I love the vids. It's hard to say really, like sometimes I hate my job, but most of the time I don't. So I guess that's like the first thing. I would say one of the biggest things I have to say, like in terms of what it doesn't have, and what other jobs don't have compared to YouTube, is freedom. But at the same time, there's a big price to that. You have freedom, but you also don't have freedom in other aspects. So like my time is very much how I allot it and how I use it. I'm not told to work 9 to 5. I'm not told when to work. I don't have a boss. I have to be my own boss, and a lot of people aren't that. They have a boss. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying it brings different challenges. And so you have a freedom, but you also have to have a responsibility and the discipline to take away your own freedom to work and do what is right and what you should do rather than what you want sometimes. So, but it's very good. The freedom is my answer. Friend of Man 1, ex-editor, has his own YouTube gaming channel. Great guy. How big is your potato? Asking for a friend. I actually don't own any potatoes. I have no potatoes in my house, so I can't even give you a measurement. So I apologize if this question is a complete dud. And, but if I get a potato, I'll let you know. Standard size, though. I imagine if I do get one. Nikki loves Queen. How do you become a good streamer even if you're shy and don't have a webcam and you stream on Mixer? Now, it's tough. Streaming's tough, first and foremost. It's a lot of hours, and you'll have some days in which you don't want to stream and stuff like that. So it's tough. Very competitive. Now, if you want to become a good streamer, even if when you're shy and don't have a webcam, generally I find that people like webcams. Most top streamers have webcams. They like it because when you're playing a game and you're focused on it, they can just look at your face and be a bit distracted until you talk again. At least that's kind of like how my mind works. I just look at their faces. It's kind of weird that you're staring at someone across the internet, but whatever. I guess that's where you feel a bit like insecure about things. I would say just like take your time, kind of try and work through the insecurities by doing things opposite to the insecurity. So if the insecurity is saying, hey, don't have webcam because you look like this or you look like that, or what about this about you, do it. Like, do the opposite of what the insecurity is telling you. It sucks, it's uncomfortable, it feels horrible, you're thinking about it, but it's the only way to break the mold that's the insecurities like set you in. So like that's what's happened, is like certain things that you kind of judge yourself on, compare yourself to others on, and stuff like that. Most of the time when I'm watching a streamer, I really don't care what they look like. I very rarely pick a streamer because of what they look like. It's, you know, how entertaining are they, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, having a webcam is a benefit for sure. And so I think you just got to do the opposite of what the insecurity tells you. So that way you're molded the way you want to be molded, instead of letting something else mold you, like the insecurity. And you can mold yourself in a way that you would like to be. And assuming that is, you know, ways that improve you and make you a better person, and they're good reasons. It's always good to push that. Things that kind of keep you in a cage, keep you in a rut, just forget it. Do the opposite is my advice. It's hard, it's not fun, but shit, it's the other choice is worse than it in the long run for sure, especially. J-Max with a question here. My question to you is, what is your most favorite moment in life? What do you hold on to the most to smile in bad times? Funny you say that. Like I've had a lot of like nightmares in my life. Most dreams I've had have been negative, so I hate dreaming. I like really hate it. I want to go to sleep and just close my eyes and then wake up and it's morning time and I slept for 8 hours and I feel good. But growing up and stuff like that, a lot of nightmares, a lot of problems there, a lot of fear. But there was one dream I had years ago that like it was the total opposite. Like whatever dream like made you feel like anxious, fearful, oh no, something's happening, I'm gonna get hurt, I'm in danger here. Like imagine a dream that's the opposite of that. I had a dream like that a few years ago, and all it was like a white light, and I was being propelled towards that light, and it was the greatest feeling I ever had. And at that time, I was kind of like, there's a lot of things about me that was like not good, dealing with stuff. And I felt amazing. Like, it's like, imagine if everything was just washed away. Like, everything was washed away. Like, any problems you've ever had, like, inside your mind or inside your heart or anything like that. And it was just gone. And you were just able to be without worry or anything like that. And you kind of like just a completeness about you, like a joy, a peace about you that was in you. And that's what the dream did to me. And I was like, fuck, like it like really hit me. I'll never forget it. I remember it so much that I remember like 90% of the details of the room that I was in when I was sleeping. And it was early, like 7, 8, 9 a.m. morning time, because the light came in to my blinds, and I remember it so vividly. And that's something I hold on to, that kind of like that belief in that there's joy and like there's peace and that there's love that retains in you permanently and isn't like stolen at a whim through like a thought, a negative thought or something, someone affecting you in some way. Like I feel like that happens when you get into certain struggles in life, when, you know, family, friends, partner, where you make a mistake or they make a mistake, or you just believe you've made mistakes when you really haven't, and it's just human weakness. But you're in that kind of rut, and you kind of like you're struggling through something that requires a lot of effort. You know, like school wasn't fun for me, required a lot of effort. Stuff like that tests you, that cracks you. And it's moments like that are like where you feel like you're leaking. You're kind of leaking in any joy or any peace or whatever is happiness you've got, and is leaking. It's like it's just leaking out of you until it's gone and you're fucking miserable. At my worst, when I'm ever at my worst, I think of that sensation and that dream, and you know, I guess the purpose behind it is that there's something more powerful than all the bad stuff that could ever happen to you, or you know, has ever happened to you. So that it's a strange answer, but there you go. Will you release a new song? I do want to release songs, but I actually haven't been doing much music. I haven't had much motivation music. I have old songs that are good. Aaliyah likes them. My girlfriend, she loves them. One day she might do a duet with me. Who knows? We don't know, but who knows? She's asleep now. She's asleep behind me. I'm just checking if she's awake. But I definitely want to do more music. It's just I feel like I need to do other things first that I've kind of neglected. I dedicate a lot of time to music. I'm good. I'm above average on music, but I feel like I could be a lot better. But there's other things I need to deal with and take care of that are more important. And I feel like music is something you can do at any age, and you can start at any age, and you can express yourself at any age. I mainly use music, like when I was depressed, I would use music as a way of like venting. Like it was a way of, similar to the Joker actor, he used breakdancing. If, funnily enough, strange comparison, but it just shows you that like I guess art as an expression form is really important to get things out of there that you generally don't want to hold on to, or that you want to share to bring like joy to others. That tends to be like the two perspectives I've seen on music. And once I wasn't sad anymore, my kind of like my music it died down a lot, to be brutally honest. So I've made a couple of happy songs since then, but generally speaking, most of the need for the music was gone because I used it as a therapeutic thing. It's kind of like when you see an artist break up with their significant other and you're like, damn, next album is going to be popping off. It's like that, except the opposite. Let's scroll down here. Let's keep going on here. Here's a COD question. William Mitson. I haven't played the new COD yet, but for what I hear, it's the best one they've made for a number of years. Do you agree? I completely agree. I think they've definitely made a lot of like good decisions, and they've humbled themselves from their attitudes in the past in terms of community feedback and whatnot, and they've humbled themselves and they've made like right decisions. There's a couple of, you know, current feedback that they could take on board that would really like help them continue to progress their game. I think, you know, in my opinion, I think this is a very good COD. I think this is probably, in terms of numbers, it might be one of the best CODs they've ever released. I don't know the numbers, but I have a suspicion that they are very, very good, judging by, you know, how many people are streaming it and whatnot, including myself. The numbers are very good, I think. And in my opinion, like, this is my personal opinion, this is not professional or anything like that. I feel like if they put a lot of work into this Call of Duty and like additions with maps and additions with guns and streaks and just really give like something new to come back to the game once a month. Like, damn, I need to try this new gun. Damn, I need to try this new like a map out and stuff, and bringing old stuff back that were like fan favorites and bringing new stuff in. You know what I mean? Like, they've got such a wide net that they can pull from that. I think if they put work into this game and for a significant period of years, I know they'll probably release another COD. They have their yearly cycle, but I think they could really do like a one COD release and then like add stuff to that game, give it more longevity. And that would do very, very good long run, competitively and casually. 100%, that's what I believe. You know, I really like what they've done so far. And it's a great game. That's all I can say. It's a great game. It's great fun. Especially with friends. There's a few questions with people that have like sent like several stuff. What's your favorite song right now? I love Kanye West's new album. I just listened to it today. And I love it. I actually love it. I really like it. It's chill and it's got epic. It's just different to kind of what you normally hear in a pop album or a pop song in the charts and whatnot. So I appreciate that. I'm a bit of a weird guy. I like lo-fi. I like things that are not in the charts. I haven't listened to a song in the charts, looked at the charts in nearly over 10 years. And I love my taste in music. And I don't think it's better than anyone else's, but I think it's the best for me. And that's why I really like his album. It just suits me. In a Q&A, Brian, you said you would keep doing YouTube until you're 40. Do you still stand by those words, or is keeping up with all harder now that you're more popular on social media? That's a really good question. I like that one. Definitely. I actually think I can do YouTube till like 50. I'm actually probably more confident now because of just like how flexible I've become. like as a person. Like I'm confident that I could do anything and make like certain videos, which becomes like the process of it. I feel like my process towards like the end result of videos is so much better now than it used to be, and I feel like I can apply that to so many different ideas. I have more ideas now than I've ever had. My content is at a higher quality than I've ever had. Like people's support, positivity around me is like stronger than ever before. Like YouTube is a tough competitive place, and I didn't have as much competitiveness when I was younger, starting YouTube 7 years ago, so it was easier to grow. Now it's very competitive. You have to be at the top of your game, like in every aspect. And really, like I just gotta say, like it's only getting better in my opinion. I don't see it slowing down. I think I could, down the line, I could completely do something completely different and people would still love it. This Q&A has gone for a while, 15 minutes. I guess y'all are gonna be seeing a lot of Call of Duty content. I'll try and get through a ton of comments and really really try and hammer them down. Give good answers. I used to do Q&As that were like, oh, you know, I gotta get through a lot of questions, I gotta rush them, and I really felt like I didn't give the respect that was due to the question that was given to me, and I would try and make the video like 10 minutes long and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna freestyle this, and we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna throw it up there, and we're gonna see what people like, and if they like these long stuff, live stuff about me, about anything, like I'm more than open to it. How's Joe and Tony? They're doing very good. They go to dog minders about 2-3 nights a week, days, I guess. She's a lovely woman. She's a great woman. She treats them like her babies, you know. She calls them babas or something like that, but they're like her babies. And it helps a lot. I'm in LA, so it helps a lot when I'm not in Ireland and my brother's at the house, you know what I mean, like doing his thing. He does YouTube zero crack. He minds the dogs most days of the week, and then they go off to Debbie's, and they love Debbie. And she's, ooh, I'm really burpy, but she's like a wonderful woman, and really sweet soul, and she loves and takes care of those dogs. It's a second home, like, which is the best you could ever ask for if you're having someone mind your dogs, especially frequently. So yeah, Debbie's their kind of like their mom, to be honest. So Aaliyah and one of your best friends ever are hanging off a cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff is huge unscalable pit of lava, and you can only save one person. Who do you save? Aaliyah. End of story. Moving on. don't even need to give another thought or breath to that. Okay, so someone asking more questions. If you had to choose one Twitter user to represent us as a planet, which account would it be? I really like the Bill Hader account, like where it's the only like kind of funny meme account I follow, but I would use that to represent us because I feel like it just shows the variety of humans, because there's different songs they put on to him dancing, and I love Bill Hader and I love his faces. I think it's a perfect way to express what humans are like. I think we live in a climate that's a bit too serious, and having that, and that's why you see memes so strong now, and making fun of things is such a strong like impact in our lives and in broader kind of culture. And so that's what I would use, because I see that as a very positive part of what I see around myself in society. Memes, I think they have a very good message. I think memes have a very good message, yeah. And so I would put that Twitter account that I personally follow, Bill Hader dancing. Let's see. Can you and the guys go on tour? So that's a big question. I've just realized I've been reading people's names, but it's fine. I guess the questions are what matters. So I personally don't see myself going on tour anytime soon. I would want to do something special. I don't like things rushed. I don't like when there's a lot on my plate and being pushed out at the same time, you know. So I don't feel like a tour is going to happen anytime soon. Do I say it'll never happen? No. But it would have to be something special. I would really have something worthwhile to say, worthwhile to do, and a way in which it would involve the audience like in a really, really interesting, intricate way. That's all I can really say there. But for other people like Rinks, He's got a tour that's coming up in November. There'll be, you know, and you can find it if you just type in Rinks tour. And I suggest you listen to his music if you like his music and he's in your area. Buy a ticket, give it a go. I know he would really appreciate that. He's not the type of guy to say that stuff too often. You know what I mean? He's a bit of a private guy. Keeps his cards close to his chest kind of guy. But I know he would appreciate it, and it would mean a lot to him if people did buy tickets, and did go to it, and most importantly enjoyed it as well. So no, give it a go. Give it a go. Lad has his tour as well. It's there. It's very different than Evans, like Vanessa's. Rinks' music, I think Mini Lads it's more like comedic, funny. It almost gives a bit of a stand-up. From what I see, they're standing up with a mic, so it's kind of like a humor thing, an interactive thing. It's with Panda, who is a massively entertaining guy as well. So hey, you got to pick a choice there. Will you come to Qatar for FIFA 2022? You and the rest of the group. I will say that most of the group will not be going because they're not into soccer. I will not be going because it's inconvenient. I just would prefer to watch all 3 like matches. I think there's like 3 a day. There's a lot of matches, especially early on, that I love to just sit in the couch, chill, watch with the dogs, with my brother. It's kind of our thing. So traveling all the way is just going to be a no for me. Sorry, my dude. Where's Lollipop Chainsaw 2? Working on it. Working on it. Will you ever cover one of Rinks songs? Probably not. Just short, sweet answer there. I don't, unless he makes a song that he's just like dance and stuff, you know. So maybe I might do something with him, you know, and do a cover with him while he's playing and I'm singing or blah blah blah, whatever way we work it. I don't know, we'd be open to it, but yeah. What's your favorite game currently? Call of Duty. I really love it. I really like it. What was the most scariest experience of your life? No near-death experiences. Well, I've not nearly died, which is good. But if I think what was the most scariest experience of my life, I think honestly, like I was a bit of a dweeb, a loser when I was younger. Still am a bit, but nah. For real though, I think like the scariest experience was like approaching a girl, talking to her, and giving like my first kiss, you know, like trying to get a first kiss and stuff like that. Man, I don't want to go too much into the story, too much, but yeah, there was a lot of like rejection and fear around that time. And so when you want something a lot and you care for something a lot and you believe that it'll be like an amazing experience, the first kiss, you know, you see it in movies when you're younger and you think it's like this fabulous thing, and you always, you know, make it always over exaggerating with music and whatnot. And so in my head, I had this like certain idea that like, oh, it has to go this way and it has to be like blah, blah, blah. And yeah, we should end that one there. But that was actually, funnily enough, the most scariest experience of my life. Heights as well, certain heights I do not like. I'm much better now. I'm pretty good at like roller coasters and stuff. But before I wouldn't be. So it's good news for Aaliyah because she loves that stuff. What's your favorite block in Minecraft? Lucky Blocks, man. I've done like 5 videos already. I don't think I can do any more Lucky Blocks videos. But Lucky Blocks, man. I just think they're very good for content. Diamonds, obviously. You know what? You know, Ethereum stuff. That stuff is fucking legit, man. That shit is strong too. Like the pickaxe, it was fun. It was fun. What's the one thing you want to do but don't have time or can't do? Nothing. Actually, absolutely nothing. There's nothing I wish for or want to do that I don't have time to or can't do. That's a weird answer because usually someone always has something, but I generally not. I guess the only way I can put it is I generally don't wish or want things that I don't have time or can't do. If I can't do it and I don't have the time for it, why would I want to wish and want it? I would want to wish and want something that is a lot more plausible, a lot more sensible, a lot more within my reach. And if it's not in my reach, I'll reach towards it and see if I get close enough to reach for it again. But I'm not gonna constantly have my arm out there with, you know, I try and work within my own circle is kind of what I'm saying. When was your most angriest moment, off or on camera? Shit, I remember one time when I was much younger, like young teens, maybe even younger, that I got really mad at my brother and I choked him up against the hedge, or tried to choke him. He was stronger than me though. But I remember another time, there was this big kid at like a sports field, and I don't know what he did to piss me off, but he was picking on me and he was pissing me off, and he must have been like 5-6 years older than me. I just got angry as shit, jumped him, and I was really angry. Fuck. Like I would have been fine if he died. But I was a very young, angry teen, to be honest. And then like to deal with the anger and stuff, I would just turn to humor so I wouldn't be angry. And you know, that got me in trouble too in school, but whatever. It was better than the anger at that time. Do you still do music? I've kind of answered music stuff, really. I've answered that. You like tacos? I do, but I much prefer enchiladas and burritos. But enchiladas is top tier for me. A lot of questions about songs. I feel like I answered that one pretty well. Why'd you leave the LA Lakers? Oh, well, dude, because I was in the wrong sport. There you go, there's the answer there. If you could have any anime become a reality, what would it be and why? Someone else answered that one, saying Naruto, because I can get a shadow clone to go to school for me. I was a triplet. I am still a triplet, so that wasn't like... I feel like you kind of wouldn't like that. Oh my gosh. My own video is boring the ass off me. Nah, I think I'm waking up. Apparently yawning is actually you, like, something about your brain releasing something. It's like, I don't know, it's decompressing or something. I don't know. But it's waking up, not falling asleep. Apparently. And it's contagious. I wonder how many people yawn after I yawn there. But any anime become a reality, what would it be and why? That's a tough one. I feel probably like My Hero Academia. I feel like that would be fun. I would wonder what power I would get. I think that's one. That one. Superhero stuff like that. I think superhero stuff is really interesting to me. You're getting my merch. Hey, thank you, my dude. Thank you, Pluff Puppy. Appreciate ya. Not a question, but I love it all the same. Do you like your potatoes grilled, mashed, or raw? Raw? The fuck? Okay. Grilled, mashed, or raw? Raw? No. Mashed is like, you can't go wrong with mashed. Mashed is just straight solid. Grilled is what? What is grilled? I don't know. But I guess personally what I eat the most is fries. So I guess that's where I like my potatoes most. Fried. But mashed. Mashed are the ones you get me. That's it. You're gonna visit Sydney, Australia? I don't like traveling too much. I already travel a lot from Ireland and America. I love it. I'm really happy and like blessed that I can do that. Thank God. And yeah, so that's enough travel for me, man. Why does Wildcat complain about everything? I don't know. Like, I think the guy's kind of venting. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everybody needs to vent in some way. Like, everybody has a way to vent. Now, some people vent by not saying something. They vent by, like, escapism, right? So they'll vent by food, binge eating, or, like, sleeping is another thing. Obvious drugs and whatnot, like oversleeping. Like, I know some people, I know myself personally, but I know some people that, like, when you're depressed, you sleep a lot and stay in bed a lot and stuff like that, and you're very unproductive, you feel guilty and whatnot. So I think, like, everyone has certain things that are going on underneath the surface that we don't see, we don't understand. And I think it's very important to understand, like, what is this person, you know, a complainer? Is that, like, who he is? Now, is he a complainer? Now, if you follow him on Twitter, you could probably deduce yes. But I personally think he uses it to vent. because when I met him in person and stayed at his house, like, believe it or not, like, the guy never complained. Like, he would never complain. There was one moment in which he was, like, dealing with a lot, needed a lot, like, I guess, projects to get done, videos, etc., deadlines, and I was getting a bit overwhelming. So, you know, that understandable. Every YouTuber goes through that, especially once they get big, especially as big as him. So, I think he just vents, man. That's just his way of venting. Because in real life, dude barely complains. He's very chill, very open, like, you know, let me choose where I wanted to eat, what I wanted him to do. I'm pretty chill too, so, like, it was cool. Like, I really loved visiting him. I want to visit him again. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't think he's a complainer. I just think he likes to use Twitter to vent, and he likes to use, like, gaming as a way to, you know, get bursts of energy out there and stuff, like expend energy. Because when you sit down a lot, you've got this energy that's just pent up and building up, and you're sitting down a lot. You kind of need to go out. Like, I know he plays basketball. He loves that shit. And, like, sometimes when you sit down a lot, you play games a lot, you get this pent up energy, and it just comes out through, like, complaining or, you know, a bit of gamer rage and stuff like that. So I personally think that's what it is. And I think everyone goes through that. I rage as well. I complain a lot too, here and there, probably too much, but it's not my character. It's not who I am. It's just, you know, people need to vent somehow. So it's kind of, people are a bit hard on him on Twitter, but he's a tough guy, but I think people are too hard on him on Twitter. What's the best memory you want with Brian Terrorizer this year so far? That is horribly worded. You've had with Brian this year. Best memory. Gosh. Like, I love visiting that guy too. Visiting him is so fun. Like, I just like how relaxed he is about things that make other people, like, uncomfortable. I feel like I can really kind of just be myself and express myself more fully around him. Like, I don't have to be as careful, or don't have to, like, limit myself as much. So I feel like Brian's, like, a very good, understanding guy. And so visiting him, and when you go hang out with him, it's like the experience, I would say, is like, it's like, I feel like if you never met him and you hanged out with him, he gives a very quick, like, the friend that I've always had. That kind of, like, that's how I would put it. And he gives that to you immediately. Like, he gives that to you straight off the bat. Like, without you having done anything to deserve it. So that's what I like about him. And that was my best experience with him. Memory this year was visiting him. I like meeting the guys in IRL a lot, as you can probably tell. How many potatoes do you eat every month? Can't count, man. Too high of a number. How do you think your channel could have changed if you never met your friend group? I don't think I'd be successful without them. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem saying, like I would not be successful. I would be somewhat successful. Heck, I could have been more successful. I don't know, but I believe personally that I would not be successful the way I am without them, because there were certain things about me that did not cater towards a solo channel. I would have probably just found another friend group. Reason I say this is because, like, there's days in which you don't want to work. Everyone gets that. YouTubers, everyone. Like, if you just think someone has a good job and they don't get that, they do. All right? It is, you are not immune because you have a job that someone else wants to the things that they don't like in their current job, right? That doesn't exist. That, whatever conception or prejudice that is, it's false. It's ridiculous. So for me, there was a lot of days over the 7 years I've done YouTube. There's a lot of days. I would say 1 out of 7 of those years are filled with days scattered throughout the years, are filled with days I did not want to record. I did not want to record. I did not want to edit. I did not want to fucking look at YouTube. I didn't want to do shit. I just wanted a break. I want to take days off. I want to be like, whatever. And then, you know, right? And so with my group, they're very, very fun. That's why everyone really likes us. And so when they say, hey, Nogla, do you want to play like Call of Duty. Hey Nogla, do you want to play such and such game? And they would have a fun idea. They'd be really like entertaining guys. I would be having like a bad day. I wouldn't really be into it. But because of their energy and their like positivity and just like goofing around, great guys, fantastic entertainers. It's completely like you know, spontaneous. It's like it spreads to you, and so like I grew from that. I fed off that, and I would not have been able to do that. I feel like I don't think I would have failed as a YouTuber, but I think my challenges would have been very different. My road would have been a lot longer and tougher, but I would have eventually got to the success I'm at. But I'm very happy that I didn't, because I think the path that I got with my friends was the best for me, and they might feel the same way, because you know, we've all stuck together through this time, and yeah, like that's all I can really say is I'm grateful, and I don't think I would be successful in the way that I am, specifically the way I am now, without them. So yeah, I probably would have taken a lot more breaks off YouTube, like possibly months, maybe even a year, if it wasn't for the group. Why did you start getting into the whole YouTube career, and how did you get into it? So why and how, basically? I would say, like, I didn't get into college. My grades weren't great, so you get 600 points total in the way like finals, leaving cert and how it works, right? And based on those, how many points you get into college. What I wanted to actually do in college was like over 500 points. It was not possible for me to reach. Mainly because I did fucking nothing, and the work that was ahead of me and the amount of learning I had to do would not be possible to reach the points that were there. I would have had to do work for several years in advance, not just last minute. It's not possible to retain the information like that. And so memory was. And so I didn't get into the course I wanted. I fell short quite a bit. And so I had nothing to do for a year. I was just playing COD, right? And I met this guy, Soldier Gaming. I would play at late hours, right? So I'd end up in US lobbies even though I lived in Ireland. Soldier Gaming, he had a YouTube channel. This was back 8-9 years ago. 8, I would say. And basically, he just spoke about it. I saw his channel. I loved it. I would listen to every video of his like several times over. I just loved it. I loved that you were able to watch something you love and someone talking at the same time, and just how much that relaxed me, how much that like engrossed me. I just felt like this kind of passion, like this burning, like this is something I have to try. This is something I have to do. And there is no better option. I was like, for me, the good thing about me is I wasn't left with a lot of options. Like after not getting into college, it was either work, but I lived in a small town. What would I work as? And so it was the best and only option for me that I saw. Now, a lot of people, they have choices of going to college. They do get into college. They do get jobs. They do get different types of things. And YouTube's might not be for you then. But like if YouTube really feels like the only option or the best option, you have a burning passion, then it's worth trying. But remember that it's going to be a harder hill than you've ever thought it could be. And the success will feel slow and grueling and painful, and it would feel like your insides are just being peeled off, like, because of just how much you put into it and how little you get off. You just feel like you're peeling yourself. It's like, and you're getting like one chip out of that potato. You know what I mean? Like you're peeling a potato, and by the end of the time you peel a potato, you've got like one little line of potato, and you get one fry, and you put all that effort to get one fry, and you're like, fuck. So it's very easy to fall into a sense of self-pity. It's very easy to kind of look at other people and be like, why did he get that opportunity? Why did he get that chance? Why is he growing? What's he doing that I'm not doing? So like YouTube, the growth and the maturing of, I feel YouTube and anything that you're trying to get to the top of anything in any line of work, self-employed especially, is self-pity and jealousy. Those are the two biggest factors that destroy someone's success. Self-pity destroys your own success. Jealousy destroys other people's success. But jealousy is worse, because if you destroy someone else's success, you can't bring that success back to them. They have to work hard and bring that back themselves. But if you have self-pity, at least that's in your hands to get out of that hole and do something. But if you're jealous, you're putting someone in a hole and you can't get them out. You can't, cause that damage through jealousy and then reach down and be like, here, let me help you up. Because people like that won't have a change of heart. They've chosen to be jealous and do those things. Very rarely they have a change of heart. If they do have a change of heart, they want to avoid it because it's a focal point of guilt. And so it's just watch out for those two things. Is all I gotta say. And how I was unemployed, I was getting a little bit of money each week for being unemployed. It's called benefits. And I saved that up over X amount of time. I bought a laptop for $500, didn't have a graphics card. And I just slowly started like piecing together the equipment. I didn't start off buying a whole chunk of shit like a 2K PC, all this stuff. I got a laptop. I had 0.1 upload. I had a laptop that took 1 hour to render 1 minute of a video that was like at a very low bit rate. I think it was 720p, but like it wasn't 60 FPS 1080p like the internet I have now. Not at all. So like it was totally different back then. There was like usually just one or two things on the market that could even work or do something. Like some of the software you would use was meant for something else, but you would use it for gaming and whatnot. It was a whole different kind of sphere. It is much easier to start YouTube now, and how to start YouTube is easier now, but I will say it's more competitive, so you got that downfall. So that's how I started. What's the worst question you've ever got? This one. Thank you for the art, man. Appreciate it. I left a like on it. Someone sent me art of me riding the unicorn. What's your favorite color? I would have to say like I think black for wearing colors. Like when I think of colors, I think of like wearing colors. I guess like if I want to look at colors, I really like light calm browns, kind of like shades of like light. I like relaxing colors. I like kind of like simple colors, kind of like matte kind of look, matte kind of style. Creams, stuff like that, but not like that really creamy, kind of like with a mix of something else. So very kind of like a bit of a faded looking colors as well. So I can't really say I like different styles. There's not really one color I would say I really love, but in terms of what I wear, and I guess what you wear is a great representative of how you see color, really. At least on you anyway, for sure. It's probably black, navy, but generally black. So I like the color black. But I like mix of colors. For me, there is no one color that I look at and I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's the color for me. I love colors when they're next to other colors. That's generally how I see it. So yeah. When will my dad return from the store? I don't know. When did he leave? I hope by the time this is on 26th, I hope he's back. Do you play Super Smash Bros? And if yes, who do you main? I like King Dedede. He's just a silly character. Don't play it much, but I like the game a lot. How have you been doing lately? Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of changes. I've been working very hard on like trying to improve things on certain aspects of my life, and that's tough. Like making changes that you generally like, wouldn't like to make. Like YouTube definitely impacts you the longer you do it. And like there's certain things that need to be taken care of, like health and stuff like that. And so creating a more balanced life, a more enjoyable life is super important to the longevity of a YouTuber, or anyone self-employed for that case, in that matter. So I've been doing good. I've been making like certain changes in myself to be a better person, and just thank God every day. That's it. Stay grateful. Let's see here. How long have I been going for here? 48 minutes. We getting a podcast right now. Music questions. I'm getting a lot of like very similar questions. Gosh. Couple of similar questions. Let me see. Out of your friends, who does the weirdest things during sessions? I feel like Delirious. Personally. That guy really comes out. Like, I feel like some... I like Delirious. He definitely comes out with the weirdest things. I would probably be second to him. Right? If I'm trying to be self-aware, I guess. Delirious is my number one, though. Code Moo or Vote Terrorizer? Vote Terrorizer. Yeah, but a lot of shouting out my friends and what they're doing, but I would really love if Terrorizer won the esports awards. I feel like the guy's done so much, like, for charity. He moved from Ireland to America. You know, he's got a great partner there. He got dogs, got a new house. I feel like there's so many, like he's went through a lot as well with, like, his father passing in one, you know, part of his YouTube career that, you know, is really, like, it's hard when something big like that happens, but it's harder when you've got something in front of you that you know that you got to put the work in, and you know that it's like a blessing, but you're struggling at it. So I feel like he struggled a lot more than he says, and he's done a lot more good than he says. And so for that, I believe that he should win the esports awards. If you guys believe that too, if you believe the same I do, then you can vote for him. If you just Google, search on your phone that you're on right now, or whatever you're on. I assume a lot of you guys got phones. So you search esports awards, click on Terrorizer, and go through the website and stuff right there, and vote for him. I know it would mean, like, the world to him if he won. Like, I know it's kind of cliche to say, but it really would. I don't think, yeah. I don't think I can put into words how much it would mean to him. What's your favorite candy and favorite drink? Oh, yeah, speaking of things that I need to do better for health. Eating habits is something that I'm changing. Exercise habits is something I'm changing and whatnot, but if we're going to indulge ourselves here, favorite drink, I had a really nice drink recently. Dr. Brown's cream soda. Aaliyah loves it. I love drinks like sodas in cans a lot more. I love it. I've been trying to drink more alcohol. Wouldn't encourage it, but I've been trying to. I didn't drink a lot of alcohol when I was younger, teenage years, young adult. Ireland, you can drink very young, all right? Don't worry about that. But like, I've been trying to, like, understand drink more, so when I'm in social settings, I can get a drink and socialize and just use it that way. That's really the only way I'd ever drink, is like social. So like if I'm watching a sports game with my friends, you know, I'll have, I don't like beer, but I'll try and have a beer, maybe cider, right? I'll try and have a cider, I guess, right? If I'm out, like, with the guys, and I don't really go to clubs, never really wasn't big into it, but let's say they want me to go out to a club or a party, house party and stuff like that, then you can get whatever drink you want. Try and get like a whiskey sour, which is what Terrorizer introduced me to. So like, I'm just trying to have a drink that I can go to have in a social setting, and just make other people more comfortable, and not thinking like, what doesn't he have a drink? What's he not drinking? You know? So yeah. Candy? It's hard to say. Jelly beans is such a classic for me. Has to be a particular jelly beans. Jelly beans, love them. Cookies, there's these cookies in America I really love. Green package, you get them in Target, love them. Have them a bit too much, love them. I have a bit of a sugar tooth, so I can't choose a favorite candy, but those are two that I really love. And unfortunately can't get enough of. I love crisps as well, oof. You're gonna make me want to eat some snacks now after this Q&A podcast. Is mashed potato Irish guacamole? I've seen that meme so much. Sure. Favorite fast food place? Chick-fil-A, man. I'm a good Christian, man. So I gotta love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is #1 for me. I'm sorry. The fries with that sauce and their chicken is, honestly, American chicken can kind of not be that great. EU chicken greater than NA chicken, right? That's all I'm saying. But for sure, Chick-fil-A chicken is like very good. I have a very picky taste buds. I'm very particular I'm very like stingent is the word. I don't know, with my food. Chick-fil-A is top notch fast food. Fast as well. Fast food. Now, ain't that slow in and out shit. Now I like in and out. Love their burgers. I'll eat it every day of the week, right? But they slow. When they got them lines especially, ooh, they slow. Chick-fil-A always been fast. Always been good. Even when they got lines. I don't... Are you an owo or an uwu kind of guy? Is that what I do? I'm an uwu guy for sure. For 100%. What do you think of furries? I don't know, man. I try not to be too hard on them. They're very easy to meme, kind of like joke about and stuff because it's such a strange thing. And I've heard a lot of bad stuff about furry conventions and a lot of bad shit happening in the furry community that I'm kind of like, I would just avoid that personally. I wouldn't really get too much deep into it. But me personally, I would never be a furry. I wouldn't even encourage other people to be a furry. I think there's just a lot more out there that doesn't cover you up, that doesn't give you a costume to wear and then an act to play and stuff like that. I think there's stuff that can really help people be them selves more, and putting on a costume isn't really that for me. Like yeah, unless it's for acting or something like that, I get it. But if it's for something that like you want to become a furry, like you want to be an animal or something, I don't know. I think there's better hobbies out there. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. No disrespect to people who are furries. I understand that a lot of them choose it for certain reasons that are hard to say publicly, or to admit publicly and stuff like that. And they, you know, I tend to find people that go into different niches like that, there's different troubles in their life that we don't see and we don't understand. So I try not to be too hard, but I have to be real. I think there's better hobbies out there. More like, I don't know, sports, music, something that can grow a talent, something that you can be admired and respected for. I think it would be unwise to go into something like that where I feel like, you know, furries they aren't really respected. So me personally, as a man, I would like to always progress in a way that builds up my self-respect and other people's respect of me. And if I'm struggling with self-respect and I am a furry, I think that's a bit counterintuitive. Yeah, you've got this community, you know, that you feel like is a family and friends and stuff like that, but I think there's more important things to work on. That's all. Yeah, maybe I've talked too much. I hope furries aren't mad. I have a lot of, you know, yeah, that's all I gotta say there. But yeah. Where did you get the idea name for the for Nogla? It's my actual name. It's my surname. Believe it or not. Top 5 anime that you've watched. Choose wisely. Use the JoJo GIF. JoJo's top 5. I'll give you that. My Hero Academia. Monster. Hunter x Hunter. Full Metal Alchemist. There's a lot. There's some top 5 now. Ones that I'm watching now. Top 5 recently. Dr. Stone. Food Wars. Fire Force. My Hero obviously is recent now. And Vinland Saga. Those are my top 5 right now. Only 5 I watch right now too. So My Hero would be very high up there. My Hero is probably my number 1. I know it's kind of typical and whatnot. I've watched a lot of Gurren Lagann, stuff like that's a bit more old school classics, stuff like that. Watch more obscure animes and whatnot. But My Hero is just fantastic. It's just fantastic. Have you used your N-word pass yet? Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know if Aaliyah's listening here. But there was a song that had, like, the lyric with the N-word in it. Not ER. More relaxed one. More chill out one. The more vocally used in songs one, right? I don't know what songs use ER. And if they do, I don't listen to them. But that song was playing. I was next to Aaliyah and I did say it. And she got upset a little bit. And so I don't think I have an N-word pass. So I think I'm just gonna avoid the word. I think it's just a word that everyone's just best to avoid because like they ain't nobody gonna have a good opinion about it. No matter what color, no matter who's using it, somebody else is gonna have a problem with using it. So just say, hey, look, how about we just not use that word at all? So I'm just like, that's my opinion to it. Here's the story. I hope I don't get in trouble. I know people like to cancel stuff these days. But yeah. But you know. Aaliyah's cool with me now. She loves me. She forgave me. How do you feel about Modern Warfare? I love it. Short answer. Short and sweet. As you can tell by all the gameplay I've put up here. Actually, shouldn't I feel like I should like drag this in here and like see like what is actually going on in the gameplay, because I think it's like 2v2s with Brock or something like that. I don't know what gameplay I'm going to put on here. It's an hour long. Over an hour long. What have we got right here? I don't even know. I could put the Spec Ops I did with Brian. But that was live streamed, right? That was live streamed. It seems like a bit counterproductive to put that on. That was fun though. That was fun. That Spec Ops was fun. I don't know what's going on in this footage. I'm talking a bit too much. We're going to move on to another question. When's the next subreddit video? I'll be honest, man. The memes have been weak. Like with the subreddit, there's not enough content on there for me to like make a video on it. Do you get me? And so what I've been doing with the meme stuff is I've been posting on my Instagram and then putting like r/Nogla official, so that people go over there and it brings people over there, create more memes, and hopefully like I build enough big enough community there that, you know, eventually I can do something. But yeah, we might do something like at the end of the year that's like the best Nogla memes of 2019, and I go to the top of all time and reminisce, right? So we could try that. So December, right? There's your answer, my dude. Actually, let me put that in my phone. Somewhere, actually. Where's my phone at? Oh, shit. Okay. Best Nogla memes 2019. Reddit. I have it there now. Would you like to buy a radio? Oh, that's an oldie. That's back when I did, hi, my name is Jim, and I'm here to help. Used to have an alias called Jim. Might be down to do that stuff again. People don't recognize me that much anymore in Call of Duty. I love it. Favorite noises to make when you're aggravated? Usually, like, Leah knows something wrong, or my brothers know something wrong when I'm grunting. Like, even doing it makes me fucking mad. I'm getting fucking aggravated right now. Let's see here. This is favorite childhood memory. The summertime. Going out to the pool. We bought like a small kids pool. It was bigger. I was early teens, maybe late 10. I don't know, but I was young. And I went out to the pool, messed around in the pool. Got some like sweets and snacks and lollipops, whatever, right? And then playing The Sims on the PC. We had like a block PC, white PC. You know those old school PCs. So basically, I'm topless in my shorts, getting out of the swimming pool, going into the house around the back door, getting an ice pop out of the top fridge, and then drying myself off, of course, and just sitting on the towel as I'm playing like Sims. I love that shit. That was amazing to me. Playing soccer as well, summertime. big time. Big time. Summer. Christmas, big time as well. Childhood memories, fond. Where are you? I'm in LA, good sir. How could the War of 1812 been avoided? What war is that? United States, United Kingdom with their respective allies. As far as I know, they were getting taxed a lot, right? I think that was kind of, you know what? You know, like when it comes to countries, like they're really far away, right? And I feel like when it's kind of like a long distance relationship, it's hard to manage stuff, deal with problems, sort problems, and stuff like that when you're further away from the person that you're with. So like how should I say, like in a long distance you want to just be able to give someone a hug, kiss, whatever that is, and you like, I feel like that actually expands to the truth of large countries that control other countries. And the United Kingdom is very far from the United States. 1812, there was no 5-hour flight London to New York, right? I think, and also I believe, I don't know where they taxed a lot. I think the high tax was a big problem, and the amount of wars, of course, that were going on, not only just between the United States and the United Kingdom, the conflict, but, you know, wars around the world and stuff. So I think, you know, war and high taxes, I guess, right? If there was, you know, minimizing the amount of war, there'll always be war, but minimize it to the way that it is only done in a form of self-defense and stuff like that. And then I think if you tax people too much, you gotta leave people enough to take care of themselves. And I think, as far as I know, was that money going from the US to the UK? I might be completely ignorant here, but if it's going from the US to the UK, I think that's a bit of a struggle, right? I think that's a bit of a struggle because, like you're so far away, you kind of have your own lot, your own land, your own plot, your own circle, kind of that you're working within and that you're proud of. And it's hard for people like to feel British in America, even back then. Like, there's even people who live near Britain, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Sometimes they struggle to identify as being British, you know, depending on their perspective, of course, right? You know, when you say them, they're in Great Britain, they're in the United Kingdom, but you ask where they're from, they're Scotland. They have an allegiance to Scotland before they have an allegiance to Great Britain, United Kingdom, whatever. So that's kind of like how I feel, is like you have this growing country that is gaining its kind of identity, and it's also, that identity has also been strained by the other country, and so basically there's this, it kind of, I guess United Kingdom got a bit controlling and whatnot. And apparently it came down to trade too. There's like trade issues where they were restricting trade and whatnot. Different violations, whatever. I don't know. I feel like something like that is almost inevitable in that circumstance. So to say how it would have been avoided, I don't know if it could have. I don't think it could have in some ways. Was there a more peaceful way, you know, for it to happen? Sure. But a lot of the times, you know, humans being humans, people being people, like, some people don't want the peaceful way out. They want to go out kicking and screaming and wherever that leads them. But yeah, so I don't know how right I am there, but there you go. How are we doing here? Yeah, so there we are. There we are. That is a long live stream. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna actually leave it. I'm gonna leave it at there. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks so much, guys, for coming out to my TED Talk. Weird answer to finish on, but you know, is what it is. Will I shave my beard? No. Leah wants me to continue growing, see what it looks like, ends up looking like. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. If you actually listened to all of it, hopefully I didn't offend anyone. If I did, I'm sorry, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for coming out to this podcast Q&A, whatever it is. And thank you Activision for sponsoring this video and the streams. They've been so kind to me, guys. You have no idea. They've been so nice. They've been so cool, and they've made a really great game. They've made fantastic changes. They've made, you know, new innovations into it. There's something for everybody. That's how I feel. Like I'm a really old school kind of COD guy. I like my Dom. I like my S&D. But they've got so many different modes. 2v2. I was like, I really love this. And the ground war, I know a lot of people from different FPSs love that and whatnot. So there's something for everyone for sure. So get the game if you want to get the game. And if you really love this, like, leave a like, right? Leave a comment, leave a like. I love reading comments. On my more chill off days, I read a lot. And yeah, so I would love to read comments, see what you guys think, what you got to say. And as always, I hope you enjoyed.